Hello, friends. Welcome to Around the World in 10 with Mubo. This week, I'll be beaming my searchlight, what I've termed entitlement syndrome. You heard me well. Entitlement syndrome among Gen Z and the woke generation. Well, I've been noticing this trend and I've been quiet. I don't mind if I'm called out. I don't mind if I'm dragged for this because I don't really care. Someone should get up and speak about this trend, this herd mentality, this pack drones working without thinking, just trolling everyone, disrespecting elders and adults. I'm here to talk about it this week. And watch me as I unpack this syndrome, this phenomenon that's taken root, and I think it should be addressed and they be told that they can't go on this way. Young people are entitled to everything, and I'll share two stories to really let you understand what I'm on about. I'm not just here to whine, I'm here to give you mature perspective on a trend that's very unsettling. Young people think that there wasn't life before Facebook. As someone who grew up before Facebook, life back then, we lived and we thrived. People got married, people did business, people traveled. We traveled all over the world without Facebook, without the internet. We ran and built magazines, newspapers, sold millions, created a reading base, a reading culture before Facebook, before social media. So there was life before then. What has happened is that this social media, internet has enhanced life, but there was life before then. So that's why I wanted the Gen Zs and the woke generation take a chill pill, take it easy. There's more to learn from the elders. We're learning from you too. Because as I am now, I have friends that are younger than me, that are older. They bring about a pool of resources, human resources, intellect, views, and mindset. So you can't really cancel one culture, one group, and think yours is really has the upper hand. So the story I'm going to share, a client of mine told me the story that a cousin of ours has a younger friend that she gives freebies to from time to time. The friend calls, she gives cash, she gives clothes, she gives even food items time to time because they're struggling and she helps them out. During the last festive celebration, this lady friend called again, the younger friend called. And this older friend wasn't in a good place. She didn't have much herself. She told the friend, hey, my friend, I'm not able to help this time around. Things are not okay with me as well. Guess what the younger friend did? The younger friend was so angry with her and asked her why should she renege on what she's been doing for months. That she had put her mind on the older friend. She had planned everything in her family that this friend will come through as always. The older friend said, yes, I do it all the time, but this time around, I'm not able to do because business is not really doing well and the funds I'm expecting, they have not really, I've not got the alert. But hey, look elsewhere. Next time, the lady was so angry with her, told her she was wicked, she was insensitive, and that she had kind of traumatized her, and that she had ruined all their plans for the festive celebration. She sent a barrage of texts, chats, maligning the person about her conduct, about how to handle relationships, about how to let people down gently. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine that? The nerve. The next story also involves two colleagues at work. They work in a telecom company. They're colleagues, they're not dating, just love to hang out during lunch. The first person brings lunch every time. She brings lunch to work and they hang out in the staff room and they gist endlessly about life, about issues, about work, about pretty much everything they gist about. So on this day, The male colleague did not bring anything home and anything to work. Maybe I don't know what happened. He didn't bring anything to work. Since he got to work, he told his friend, his female colleague, "Hey girl, I'm not bringing anything today. We're not going to have home cooked meal. Maybe we go out for lunch, and that's about it." To his greatest surprise, the female colleague told him that he was wicked and sensitive as well. That why did he call her from home? That she won't bring in lunch to work, and that she could have made another arrangement. But as it is now, he's just telling her now, and it's as if he plans to hurt her, he's minimized her. It's because he's been feeding her all this time, on and on and on. She went on a round, and the colleague said, "Hey girl, I've been bringing lunch for almost 6 months now. I don't complain. Today I couldn't. I woke up late and I couldn't do anything. So what's the fuss?" Just say, "Not to worry. It's because you always give me something. You think you're better than me because you're from a rich background," and went on and on and on and on. And she walked out on him. During the lunch break, guess what this girl did? She went out to lunch by herself, ate, and didn't get anything in for this male colleague. That's entitlement pro max. Entitlement 101. That's what goes on now among the young generation. They pretty much say it's my mental health, is this and that, but I call it poor home training and pure narcissistic behavior. You cannot just do this. It's uncalled for, it's unheard of. And during my research for this program, I also listed out. I found out the characteristics of people, what they do. These people that do this, what I call the herd mentality. They have all these mannerisms. I'll read them out. They can't take flack. They don't think things through. They can't handle pain. They can't handle setbacks. They can't handle disappointment. They disrespect elders and order. They enjoy victim mentality. They deride structure of any sort. They enjoy leisure time more than work. They lack social skills. They're social misfits. They're only social media savvy but not life savvy. They also weaponize mental health. There you have it. Should we just keep quiet, allow them to continue trolling people because they're hiding behind their keypads with divisive hashtags and following one way? Since we can't do the same business, we can't all file up one way. We cannot be in the same profession. We can't all be doctors. We can't all be lawyers. We can't be engineers. We can't all be content creators. Life is multicolor. Life is diverse. So, what's your take about this entitlement syndrome? Share your stories. I want to hear your stories of people that you have seen in your community who have exhibited this kind of behavior. I think you should call them out. You should not be quiet because if you do that, you're going to raise entitled adults, raise entitled children, entitled husbands are married to normal wives, and they also bring up entitled people, entitled pastors, entitled congregation, entitled citizens. You can't just blame this everything on government. In Nigeria, is President Trump, President Tinubu that's being vilified for everything. In United Kingdom, in England, is Prime Minister Keir Starmer. In America, United States, President Trump. In Canada, is Prime Minister Carney. But I can't really overlook the part that you have to play yourself. You young guy, young girl, Gen Z, what generation, you have to spend time to develop yourself. You have to invest money on self-development. You have to take care of your mental health. You have to work on your anger issues. You have to take time out to develop a mindset that knows that life is good, can be bad, can be ugly, but life is good. And life happens in seasons. If it's bad this time, it must turn around. And if you need any counseling, you need any coaching, you can always reach out to me. But that's where I leave it this week on Around the World in 10 with Mubo. Let me have a comment on this issue. Follow us on all our social media handles. And we'll come again next week to another scintillating topic around the world in 10 with Mubo. Bye guys.